Hey yo yo. Yo, check it. This my special attack, 100 swords, 100 episodes, and here's to 100 more. Who got next? Place your change on the cabinet. Air Combo University graduates juggle my enemies before tagging in the Masters Hir-O. Pros in action, toe tagging champions getting active. The message will always get near you. Return to the dream team, Spider-Man and Strider hear you. When the mask is on, I can't promise Cyclops to keep his glasses on. The handshake was potent. The inner glow shown as a mega optic blast trailer behind the Shinku Hadouken. How you gon' dodge both of them? Blast you down to the last atom. Best regards from the proton cannon you couldn't fathom. If you were raised on gaming and put a controller up, I'm old enough to study the meta before I bless you. We understood space in the dash clean. Now we need the Justin Wong poster right next to the pro athletes. Final justice like a primary lotus from out the sky. Stars and stripes reminding you racism is still alive. Bring a plasma sword to a gunfight. Hayato, bring a hurricane kick. Tatsumaki Senpaku. One time for all my otakus who played the console till their eyes closing. Probably forgot to study for their finals. Welcome to the Swordcast. Swordcast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Oh, welcome to the Swordcast. Swordcast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Oh, welcome to the Swordcast. Swordcast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.
I just pressed the button.
That's right. We're alive.
We are.
Despite popular belief that we may have perished
Nope.
in the war against machines.
Nope.
As we're watching humans go ahead and give in to AI.
Yep.
Like we haven't seen Terminator before. Or The Matrix.
Yep.
Or any of the other endless amount of examples of sentient artificial intelligence being our downfall.
Yep.
What's up, y'all? We're back.
We are back.
Swordcast. Episode 187, I believe. Oh, isn't that murder or something?
Oh yeah, Detroit 187. I used to like that show. That was a good show. I wish it got renewed.
No.
Fucked around and got on glasses. I do wear glasses. I just
Oh man.
I wear contacts most of the time.
Can you hear me?
Not without my glasses.
You can't hear without your glasses?
No, I can hear you.
That's weird.
But yes, I can hear you.
All right. What's up, y'all? We're back. It's been a minute. Life, sometimes life's a
we're
little
adults.
too hard.
We're adults, bro.
Yep. It's only getting more lifeier.
Yep. It's all good though. It's all good though.
Is it though? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, we're back. Episode 187. It's been a minute, brother. Last time we did an episode, I believe, was so long ago. There's been some good films that have come out since then. I think we talked about Freaky Tales last time. I was talking about that movie and how I really loved and enjoyed that. That film is so dope. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it, man. That movie is slaps. And then we did our top 5 favorite black film characters, man. Shout out to Morpheus. He was number 1 for both of us, I think.
Bro. Of course,
Morpheus
man.
is the GOAT, man.
Of course.
What are you into currently, man? It's been a while.
I don't know, man. I've been into a lot of stuff, man. Still on this basketball kick. Been doing that a lot. I had a crazy ride this past Saturday. When I first got to the gym, I was a little bit late. We usually start hooping at like 9. I got there at like 9:20, and it was like 30 people in there.
No.
And all them niggas, they were, so before I even got to the gym, one of the regulars was like, hey man, it's crazy in there today, bro. 6'5", 6'6". And I'm like, all right. There was a time where that would have excited me, and I'd have been like, all right, bet we about to have a nice little run.
Yeah, but now you're like,
There was a time where I could carry that shit on my own, and it would be no big deal. But now it's sort of like, what are we doing here? How's the WD-40 situation on my knees? So I got in there, and it was some more people. I mean, it was obviously a million people in there, and there were some like 2 or 3 people that I didn't know that were really good. So So I was like, all right, man. And then one corny ass nigga who I don't really fuck with like that tried to like, I guess it was like a friendly banter type thing, but it didn't really feel like it. And maybe because I don't fuck with him and I kind of took it as offense. It could be my problem. But as soon as I walked in, he was like, hey man, no, we ain't taking no more people, bro. We full. You was late. And I just looked at him and I was like, all right, bro. I just kind of ignored it. I was like, okay, if you say so. And I put my name on the list. I was like, all right, bro. Like, and my initial thing was
it's so weird when it's so weird when people try to control things and when they try to do stuff like that, police everything.
Bro, I really don't fuck with him because like when I was having like that identity crisis when I was first trying to get back to hooping, he was on one of those teams and he was talking crazy shit and he was like clearly not a hooper. And I remember he was one of the first people I got into it with because like and I didn't really know anybody like that at the time. But he was talking shit to me or some shit and like I forget, I don't even remember what happened, but something happened. That nigga started talking crazy to me. And then he went and like shot a 3 that was all glass. Just clang all glass. It didn't go in? No. It didn't hit the rim or nothing. It was all glass. And I was like, nigga, I know you not talking shit, bro. Like, that was you that just shot that? And you talking crazy to me? Get the fuck out of here. So I never, and he was just like, he was one of those guys that like would get, like he was friends with the guys that were kind of good and he would always get on their team and he would win a lot because he was on their team and he'd hit like an open 3 every now and then and like play some scrappy annoying ass defense every now and then, but like clearly is not a hooper. Yeah. So like, yeah, he always wants to match up against me. And I'm like, bro, like, come on, man.
That's weird.
And I think he thinks that we're the same. Like, no, nigga, I am a basketball player. You're like some 42-year-old like nigga who wears a do-rag on top of your dreads. And anybody who has locks notice you're not supposed to. That's some ridiculous shit. He got them little kind of short dreads and he wears a do-rag on top. You're a fucking loser, bro. Fuck, I can't stand him. I'm getting mad just thinking about it. Anyways, so it was him. And I was like, all right, bro, whatever. So my initial thought was like, all right, let me just get one in. Let me get a good one in. Let me, you know what I'm saying, hit a couple jump shots. I ain't gonna try to do too much. Sign my name on the list. And we were down like 6 games, bro. Like,
that's the worst, man.
Yeah. So either way it went, if I lost once, it was done. It was a wrap. Like, all right, so let me get a good one in, man. I'm gonna actually play some defense. I'm gonna, you know, whatever. So I got in with one dude that I fuck with. He and I used to hoop together back in the day, and like one young cat, one big dude that could board, that could rebound, and then another kind of a big guy who could shoot. And I looked around like we got a little bit of a whip, low key. Like we might do all right. Because there was a team that was winning. They were smacking teams. Like they had won like all those games that we were down. They were winning all of them. Everyone. So. But they were also getting tired. So we came in, beat them niggas. And matter of fact, I was like, hey, all I want to do is go ahead and like, don't be the weakest nigga out there. And I would never because it was ball players out there today. Like it was niggas that could hoop. Don't be the weakest nigga out there. Play some good defense.
Where's this at?
It was at the Y. This is just at the Royal Oak YMCA. Don't be the weakest nigga in there. Make your open threes. Get a layup if you can. And don't turn the ball over. Like that was my expectation for myself. Spot up in the corner, first shot, cash. Then I got a layup, backdoor cut layup.
Oh yeah, you can get some backdoors against these guys.
You gotta have a point guard though. You gotta have somebody who knows
can actually pass the ball. Yeah.
So we ended up beating them niggas, and I played well. And I was like, all right, let's keep it rolling. That's what's up. I didn't score the second game, but it was cool. Like we played well. We won again, and then so what we do at the Y, if it's 10 people on the side, we do a new 10. If it's more than 10 people on the side, we do a new 10. So if you win 2 in a row, you sit. Two new teams come on, and the winner plays the winner of that game.
That's smart.
Yeah, just to keep it moving. And so then we sat and we came back up. Won again, and we actually picked up. So we lost the young cat, and we picked up another guy. Very shrewd on our part. There's a cat in there that can really fucking hoop. His name is Rail, and he's cold. Like he's younger than us, and you could tell he played in college. Short guard, handle. Like in the YMCA, he's the type of player who, like, if he played Division II, Division III college, would be like a really solid player. Nothing too crazy, because he's not like super strong or anything. He could probably be defended if you put like an actual college level defender on him. He could be contained. Like, you ain't gonna like just lock him up, but you can contain him. You can make him do like regular. All right, let me run the play. Like, I'm not about to just go down and like I got to run the play, right? Pretty good shooter. He didn't have a lot of range, but he's a good mid-range shooter, good pull up. But like that type of game, and he's still like 25, 26 at the Y, unguardable. Niggas cannot stop that. Like, even for me, like in my prime, he would have been a tough cover. Like in my prime, and I was a fucking defensive stalwart, bro. Like that was my thing. I was like, back when this mattered, I was a 3-and-D guard. Like that's what I did. I blocked up on D. I always guarded the best perimeter, the best guard on the other team, and I shot threes. He would have been a tough cover for me. He wouldn't have cooked me, but I would have had to like really lock in to like, he's good. Respect. But in the Y, that nigga was unfucking stoppable. So we went and signed like the top free agent after we already had a cold team. After we already had a good team. Cause like, I'm maybe the third, I'm like truth be told, I'm probably like the fourth option on our team. Cause like, the guy who could really play, the big guy, I'm better than him, but he's like 6'4", 6'5". So like, I mean, he's strong. He one of them big strong ass football niggas that can't really hoop, but he can grab every rebound. And if you get the ball under the basket, that nigga gonna score a layup, right? So like, and then the other like small forward kind of guy, he could play as well. So we already had a whip, bro. Like, I'm one of the better players out there, especially given my age. And if I'm like the third or fourth option, and we added a nigga who's probably the best player in that whole thing. Nigga, we won 9 straight, bro. Oh, yeah. Like, niggas could not fuck with us. And we were smacking teams, too. Like, it wasn't even, like, none of the games were in doubt. Like, all I did was sit in a corner and shoot threes, and I was knocking them bitches down. Like, because couldn't nobody guard Rail, so he was just dribble driving and kicking, or he was just pulling up. Like, hey, man, I'm here in the corner if you need. There was one, I fuck with him. There was one play where I got lazy because this is how you know he's a smart ball player. And it just I take for granted sometimes, like, if you play with other people who understand basketball IQ, it makes the game so much easier. I have a habit, because I learned it, and this is what you're supposed to do. As a shooter, when somebody drives, what are you supposed to do?
You drift with the drive.
Drift to the corner, right? It really doesn't matter what side of the ball you're on, because if he's on the opposite corner, drift to that corner so he can make that baseline pass. Or if he's driving your side, still drift to the corner. If you're on the wing, drift to the corner so he can kick it back out to you. So he drove to the left corner, and I thought he was gonna just take his man because he had been destroying him. And so I got lazy, and I was like, I didn't move. And without looking, he threw it to the corner. And I was like, hey, my bad, bro. That's a great basketball play, and it was my fault. And I told him, like, bro, and you know that's what I always fucking do. He didn't even look. He threw that bitch in the corner because that's what you're supposed to do. That's the play. So shout out to him. That's on me. But yeah, man, basketball. Still shooting that bitch straight. Playing a little defense. I'm going to dunk the ball one more time before I turn 40. Hey. I guarantee it. And I will put that bitch on film, and y'all will see that shit.
Put it on film.
Put it on film.
That's a joke for people that might know what that's from.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been into.
Basketball. Oh man, basketball. Basketball's everywhere. You guys know I coach my boys, my AU team, Oakland Elite. Been coaching them a lot. We've been playing a lot as the spring's been going on. We've been playing a lot of tournaments. They've been playing very well. Very proud of them. They're finally getting some recognition from some of the sports media in Michigan, which is dope. Man, I do have to say this though. I got to tell this quick little story. So Prep Hoops are some of the biggest tournaments you could get invited to. And they finally got invited to Prep Hoops, so they played in their first Prep Hoops tournament this past weekend. Bro, they went 3-1. Very good. Very proud of them. My son, Jay, he's elite 3-point shooter, had a great weekend.
Nice.
We played this team. It was our third game, And first of all, first game, they played a NY to LA circuit team from Grand Rapids, smacked them by 30.
Wow.
Second game, we lost to the best team there, maybe by 2, and we had a chance to win. Jay hit a 3 from the parking lot to cut the game to 1 with a few seconds left, and we almost won that game. We should have won, honestly. And then so in our third game, we played this team, good team. I think another team from Grand Rapids. They were really good. And it was a rough game. And we were down by 8 with 30 seconds left. It was maybe like 38 seconds. Down by 8. And these kids made the craziest comeback I've ever seen in my life.
There's video evidence of this, by the way, folks.
There's video evidence of this if you follow my basketball page, which is just OE Jared 2028. This game, this comeback was the craziest thing I've ever seen. We're down by 8 with about 38 seconds left. Everybody's been struggling. It's been a weird game, a rough game. I have this kid named Braden. Braden is a great shooter. I have 3 elite shooters on my team. I got my son, I got this kid named Matt, and then I got this kid Braden. Brother.
Shooters.
We're down by 8. About 38 seconds left. We come down. Braden hits a 3 in the corner. Down by 5. For some reason, this team panics and they throw a bad out of bounds pass. They throw a bad inbounds pass and it goes out of bounds. So we get the ball right back. We run a little motion offense. Braden gets another look in the corner, hits another 3. So immediately it's a 6-0 run and we're only down by 2. The clock's still running. They try to hurry up and inbound and we go with a little run and jump press. We get a steal. Braden throws a pass to this kid named Jack. Jack lays it up. It's tied. So we score 8 points immediately. Then they come down.
How much were y'all down altogether?
We were down by 8. So we tied it up
Wow.
in probably 20 seconds. They get the ball in. Their best player gets to the rim. This kid on my team does a good job of walling up without fouling, contesting. He misses. We get the ball. The boys do a great job advancing it up the floor without putting it on the floor. Just pass. Braden gets a third 3 from the same corner. He hit all 3 threes from the same spot. He knocks it down at the buzzer, bro.
That's crazy.
Win the game. We score 11 points in like a little over 30 seconds. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I watched the video and I felt bad because I almost killed him when I chest bumped him after he made the shot. But it was incredible. I've never seen anything like that. So that was really dope. Incredible comeback from
Shout out to you
from
boys,
those boys, man. But yeah, I've just been into.
Hold on, wait. One last thing, just to share this, because I'm looking at it on my Twitter right now. I put this in the Swordcast Discord just to make sure y'all niggas understand. I'm looking at the video now. I pinned it on my Twitter. Just to make sure y'all niggas understand, I shoot that bitch straight. I posted a video where I shot for 2 minutes and 30 seconds straight, and I missed twice. And I did that shit on my lunch break. I came outside, just, you know what, fuck it. Let me just put the camera and see what happened.
Hilarious.
And them bitches was going in all net, nigga. I shoot that motherfucker straight. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and I missed twice.
Oh my God.
And the first one that I missed, I shouldn't have missed that motherfucker. The rim was something wrong with that motherfucker. The rim was a little weird, kind of.
Something wrong with the rim.
Yeah, bro. You know, you remember that video where Steph bounced the ball on the wood, and he was like, "Nah, there's something wrong with the floor. It's not. I don't misdribble the basketball. The floor is broken." Yeah, and he went and it was a dead spot. That's what happened. I don't be missing shots, so like something went wrong with the rim, kinda. And when I missed it, knocked it back straight. So now that's why all the rest of them bitches went in.
That's why the rest of the shots went in.
Yeah, so you know we do this shit. This is a music team of sharpshooters, dog. And the son, sharpshooter.
Oh man, especially the boy. But yeah, bro, dope weekend for the boys. So man, I just really been coaching a lot, man. Been training a lot, jiu-jitsu, kind of transitioning into teaching a little bit. Been teaching some of the beginners classes, you know. It's it's hard to teach.
It is.
There is definitely because and I'm sure you can attest to this from your martial arts journey. It's hard to teach to beginners because you do so many things that have become
habit.
Well, you do so many things that have become your own.
Sure, yeah.
Over time, and you don't think about them to teach. You don't think to teach them to other people
from the base.
It's
what it also
it's a
does?
lot of small details that you don't think about teaching to people.
What it also does is it turns you into your sensei.
Yeah.
Like I turned into Mr. Woodruff immediately. It's to the point where like when I was teaching, it was like an older guy who was one of Mr. Woodruff's friends, because he was like a cop, Green Beret. That nigga was just a full on badass. A cop, Green Beret, like was in actual war, probably killed niggas before, like just a full on like combat nigga, like all the way. Like, nigga specialized in combat, bro. So it was like one of his old cop friends or something. So he like had to take a phone call or some shit. He was like, and that's how senseis do it. They don't prepare you for it. They just like, Mr. Hall.
Yeah.
And and didn't say shit and just disappeared into the back. And I was like, okay, so I guess that means I got to teach the whole class. And the OG was like, yeah, I could tell that you've been training with him because y'all are like, y'all energy is the same. Like when you teach, the energy is the same. So I mean, I'm sure it's the same with you and Wayne.
So yeah, I definitely, it's a lot of, like I said, this is a lot of details, man, that you don't think about as details, but when you're showing it to someone else, you're realizing that they're very important pieces of a pretty intricate puzzle. So it's interesting. I'm enjoying it. And yeah, man. And then other than that, I just been, I've been just reading comics and watching movies. So quick wrestling recap, man.
I'm back watching wrestling now.
Let's go. Wrestling's been fire.
Yeah.
AEW's been sick. New Japan's been sick. Hiroki Goto, man, is the IWGP champion right now, and I am so happy. He's been someone I've wanted to be the champ. His run's been dope. AEW, man.
AEW and All In got me back watching. So.
Good. So AEW's been fired.
Although I did not see Collision last on whatever day that was, Saturday. But I watched Dynamite and all of that.
Yeah, AEW's been dope. So a couple weeks ago, part of my son's birthday gift was we took him to Dynamite when it came to Detroit, and it was also my daughter's first wrestling show ever. Nice. It was so cool. Yeah, it was at the Masonic Temple, man, which surprisingly dope venue for a wrestling show.
I told you I went to that.
You did?
Yeah,
that was at the Masonic Temple?
But we were in the basement though. So like me and Sydney and Monica and Scott.
Okay.
I don't know if you met Scott. I know you met Monica. Oh wait, you weren't able to come to the little game night thing we did. But but anyways, they're the homies, and we met them down there, and it was fire. It was like, and we got like really good.
Yeah, you were
seats.
close.
We were like behind the fucking bell.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was fire.
Yeah, that's fire.
And they use drones. Did you see that? Like, did they do that in AEW? They use like drones to like in some of the smaller indie shows. They'll use drones to shoot the video.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's dope. It was the show was fire, man. Dynamite. I surprised Jay. He loves Mike Bailey, Speedball, and who is one of the dopest wrestlers in the world. He's really dope. He signed AEW. He's been killing since he's been there.
Wasn't he in that like blood sport thing?
Mike Bailey, he did do it. I believe he did it a couple years ago. Bloodsport is a show that happens once a year on WrestleMania week. It's so cool. It's one of my favorite shows, WrestleMania weekend. It's Josh Barnett does it, and it's a show that is themed after Bloodsport, and the ring it has no ropes. It's really dope. But yeah. So I surprised my son. I had them. I set up for them to meet Mike Bailey before the Dynamite started.
Nice,
and it was cool, man. They were both
a lot of Rob Van Dam to his.
100%.
His situation.
Taekwondo black belt too in real life, so he's really dope.
I don't love his name. Speedball is kind of weird. I don't really.
I've been watching him for years, so I don't know what it means either. Yeah. But
But he's
been a
dope
fan of
though.
his for years. He's really dope. So yeah, wrestling's been fire. Double or Nothing was really dope. Sneaky, probably one of the best AEW pay-per-views ever. The Anarchy in the Arena match was crazy.
Great.
And then Swerve, or it's not Swerve, but Ospreay Hangman Page was dope too. So yeah, man, wrestling's been fire. It's been really good. Excited for All In coming up, and hopefully they get that title off Moxley. We'll see though. Hangman Page.
You think it's going back to Hangman?
Got to. I think Hangman's got probably the best story.
I agree.
Arc in AEW.
It's good. I feel like this is the perfect time for me to come back.
Yeah, I think Hangman's got the best arc in AEW. I think Swerve is just
he's great, man.
Swerve is one of the man. Swerve's so dope. And then you got Kenny back. You got Mike Bailey there now. Ricochet is doing amazing. You got Ospreay. It's just AEW they're killing it right now.
They are.
But yeah, man, that's the wrestling recap. Motor City. How did you like Motor City Comic Con?
It was fire, bro. It was good. I busted out a new cosplay.
You did. It was dope.
Yeah, I did a so it's kind of a funny story. So I bought a like real, quote unquote real Jedi cosplay off like Amazon, and that shit was so fucking whack, bro. Like I'm not like a cosplay like purist. Like shout out to Edmund, like that's our guy. He's not against buying stuff, but like he wants it to. Like, he's a professional, bro. I think he's a professional cosplayer. He builds all of his stuff on his own. I don't think I'm ever gonna be at that level. But we've had conversations about what constitutes like a worthwhile cosplay, and I think we both agree like whatever you can afford, bro. Just if you're having fun and you want to buy your shit off of Amazon, that's fine, whatever. But I do get why people hate on some of the Amazon shit sometimes, because that shit is so poorly made. It's like so you've seen like a Jedi costume, right? You know how I feel about Jedi robes. I think that they're not nearly as cool as Sith robes, but whatever. But the classic ones with like the V vest,
yeah.
So in the what's it called version, the Amazon version, those little two like shoulder things are like two pieces of cloth that just hang on your shoulder. Like, bro, like
come on, man.
That shit it was fucking awful. The pants I look like MC Hammer in them fucking pants, dog. The pants were so big, it was ridiculous. It was so bad. Just really, and I was like, bro, I hate this. I'm never doing it. Like, I'm throwing this shit in the trash. So what I did was I put together, and also the beginning of that story is that, and you should do this if you haven't, what's the name of that thing? That Star Wars themed party that they have on May 4th in Detroit.
I've never been to it.
Space Dive.
I've never been to it.
Fire. It's like Star Wars World at Disney World, except like it looks similar in terms of like how much they put into like making it look like Star Wars.
Where's it at?
It's at the Tangent Gallery.
I did not know that.
Here's the thing though. So imagine Star Wars World, but instead of like regular people with like Disney ears, it's just all people cosplaying Star Wars.
That's
everybody.
Fire.
Like you have to have a costume.
Go next year.
You have to have a costume to get in. Like you have to.
I gotta make sure I go next year. That's dope.
So I was able to like bust out the Star Wars, the Disneyland Star Wars lightsabers. Finally,
those are.
Yeah, them bitches are hard. I put them bitches together. I have like the
that's so sweet.
The dual joint, so I put them together. It was fire.
That's crazy.
So I put like a little thing together. I had like this like shawl. It was cool. It was dope. So when I put this cosplay together, I went the medieval route. So I had like a medieval type shirt.
Yeah, I saw that. It was dope.
And then I had like a hoodie with like a sleeveless like robe thing over top, and then with the Jedi belt, and it looked so much better, bro. I'm like, bro, like
it did. It looked cool.
Yeah,
man.
that'll look better.
Fire.
Yeah, so it was cool, man. I got to meet who did I meet? We met a fan down there who was an artist, one of the artists.
Yeah. I ended up finding him and going and talking to him.
So he's a super cool artist, man.
He did. I saw that. He did that Metal Gear art.
I bought a cyborg ninja from him. And like as I was cashing out, he was like, I could tell he was like, he probably clocked me immediately, but you know, people are awkward sometimes. And he was like, "Hey, by the way, do you happen to do music?" I was like, yeah, I do music. It's like, "Hey, you don't happen to be Hir-O, are you?" I was like, "Oh yeah, what up though?" Like, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a fan, whatever."
That's
blah 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 blah. So I connected with him on Instagram.
Yeah,
and I told him that you were here. I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna tell Noveliss to stop by."
Yeah, and I ended up finding him. But that Gray Fox, like all drawing he had was sick.
Yeah,
we need a Metal Gear film or something, man.
It's happening.
It's one of the dopest just things, and it blows my mind that there's no.
It's happening.
Movie or show or anything on.
They got Oscar Isaac. I was about to say Isaac Oscar.
Isaac. Is this really a thing?
Yeah, he signed on, and the director is a director that did something that I liked. I can't remember what, or the writer or something. They've been working on it for like 10 years or something. So,
man, I need to see a picture, a set picture.
No, yeah, I don't know if it's in production yet, but it's like.
I mean, it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah.
But that's fire.
Robert something. Let me see.
Oscar Isaac does kind of look like Snake.
Bro, look at this picture right here. That's fucking perfect. I can't lie.
That's insane.
I buy it. I buy that.
Oh, man.
Let me see. Director.
Blades were never really my thing.
My thing. Blades were never really my thing. Jordan Vaught Roberts.
What did he do? I don't know who that is.
Oh, he did Kong Skull Island, which I did kind of fuck with.
I
think he did something else too.
Let him cook.
Hey.
Let him cook.
He did Kong. He did a couple episodes of oh, never mind. I think he just did Kong.
Oh, let him cook. I'm interested. Yeah, Motor City Comic Con was cool. The thing I was kind of hunting down, I sort of missed the Danny Cates Thor run from a couple years ago, so I've been hunting that down, bro. I'm not exaggerating. This is one of the best.
Oh, sorry. I can't believe that I almost forgot this, bro. I met Ahmad Best.
Yeah, right, from Star Wars.
He was cool as fuck, bro. And I gave him his flowers, bro. I was like, dog, look. I even kind of corrected myself too, because I know he had a real hard time with Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I just got to tell you, bro, like as a black actor, as a black like purveyor of science fiction, I'm just super happy that you got your redemption. And I even corrected myself. I was like, and honestly, not even redemption, because I know you had a hard time with Jar Jar, but like we got love.
Yeah, we grew up with it.
Yeah. And so, and like the Jedi character that you got to play, fucking amazing. We got to get a video. We got to get a game. We got to get a show.
Everything.
We got to get a comic run or something. And he was like, yeah, man, they listen. So just keep asking for it. I'm down. Yeah. And then I was like, bro, like, and I'm just real disappointed. Like, I'm kind of disappointed in Star Wars because they canceled the Acolyte, bro. Like, that shit was weak.
Man, what'd he say? I kind of want to know what he had to say.
He said, and I quote, he was like, there could be a way. And he said, I'm working. It's something that I'm working on.
I need that. That's fire.
All right, bro. Like, I ain't know you had pull like that, but and I'm not really sure that he does, but shit, he's got more pull than we do.
Right,
so.
facts. So hopefully we get another
shout out to him, my best, man. He was super fucking cool, man. Like just like you've been to these kind of things before. You can tell when celebrities
people are just kind of burnt out and
for sure.
Through. Yeah,
but he was not one of those guys. He was cool as fuck.
That's really dope. Shout out to him. That's fire. But yeah, like I said, I was just hunting down that Danny Cates Thor run. And it's so dope, man. This story of Thor being a herald of Galactus is just one of the best things they've ever done with Thor, man. It's a really dope story. I don't want to spoil it, but it's fire. You guys should check it out. You should look it up. You should read it. We'll probably do a comic book related things here pretty soon, and I'll go in more detail about it. But it's one of my favorite comic stories, and it's really one of the dopest stories, man. You gotta check it out. So boom, Comic-Con's fire. Thunderbolts, man.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about Thunderbolts?
I liked it, man. I went into it with very low expectations because, you know, Marvel's been getting a lot of flack for being down. I think that's maybe a little bit over exaggerated, but I get it. Like, I know that they are not the flavor of the week right now. I know that they've kind of had to build some good favor back with the critics and the crowd alike. But I thought this was a really well-made movie, man. Like, it was a movie that took a serious look at, like, grief and mental health, which is not something that you really see in movies.
That was dope.
You see it in comic books all the time, but you almost never
do it in the films.
In the films, right? Because, you know,
it's got to make it fun for the kids.
Yeah, you got to make it fun, and it's short, so, like, you got to make sure you get to the meat of it. It was funny. I'm not like a super huge fan of any of those characters in particular. I mean, spoiler alert, they kill Taskmaster like
that movie came out like months ago, so they ain't spoiler anymore.
Yeah, sorry. Wait, where's my spoiler thing? No. There we go. It's been a minute.
Is that the Kong Skull Island trailer?
Yeah, I don't know why it popped up.
It looks crazy. I never saw it. It looks insane.
No, this movie was actually kind of fire, bro.
Yeah, it looks insane.
The CGI is incredible in this movie.
It looks insane.
Oh shit, he's from Detroit.
Is he?
The direct? Oh, my nigga.
Yeah,
my guy.
Let me get a role in the movie.
Yeah, bro.
Extra. That's hard.
Yes. So, anyways, yeah, Kong Skull Island was fire. I'm not the hugest fan of like the monster genre in general. Although I have liked most of the new monster stuff, but Kong, you know, King Kong, like, I don't know, never really was interested. Right. But the Skull Island piece was good. I did like that.
I'll have to check it out. Let's see.
Anyways, so yeah, like, I thought that it was a really good, really well made movie. Had some pretty good fight scenes in there. And then, of course, the Sentry, bro. They did a pretty good job of showing the Sentry's power. But, again, he's one of them. You know, I fuck with the overdogs, nigga.
He is an overdog.
He is one of the overest of dogs. Yeah. And it's just hard to... Although, I think the twist at the end was good. Not like twist, but like... They kind of had to... The Sentry is the type of character... that's so powerful that like when he's on the board, it changes everything. So you gotta find a way to make him an attraction and not just use him. You gotta find a way to keep him off the board. And the way that they do that usually is that nigga's insane. That nigga's just off his rocker and like can't be trusted. And you know, where you get at the end of the movie when they reveal themselves, and I thought that was kind of clever too, that they're the Avengers, so they're gonna do like a Avengers. New Avengers, or like I think with the comic parallel is like Dark Avengers versus the regular Avengers, whatever that storyline was with Norman Osborn and them.
Norman Osborn and that was
Agent Venom. I think was on that squad.
No, it was Norman Osborn and Bullseye, and you talking about that team?
Yeah,
the first one.
Wasn't Agent Venom on one of those teams?
Not that one. He was on one of the newer Secret Avengers teams.
Secret Avengers, yes, not the same as Dark Avengers. So I kind of feel like the new Avengers are so the new Avengers in the comic book are like sorry, never mind. I was about to be wrong. That's the Young Avengers, but I think what we see in the Thunderbolts is kind of like a blend of the Dark Avengers and the Secret Avengers. Yeah,
I agree with that.
So, anyways, I thought that it was a good twist because what you see it with him at the end is like, yeah, I can't help y'all, bro. Like I'm crazy. Like basically what he said. He's just sorry, I'm crazy. I'm insane. I can't help y'all. I'm just gonna sit here and chill.
That was funny.
It was good though. Yeah, I fuck with the Sentry. I fuck with Superman pastiches or Superman the word is pastiche, but I don't know how to say that plural, so I'm gonna use a different word. I'm gonna say Superman. Damn it, what's the one where analog? There you go. Superman analogs when they're done creatively. And I
agree.
think the Sentry is a great one of the best Superman analogs that there is. Maybe my favorite.
Yeah,
I think I know you don't fuck with Invincible. I do think you would like it. I think you should give it a shot. I think you would like it.
I just hate the animation, bro.
It's kind of DC.
And how you like Superman analogs, I don't care.
But I don't like Superman.
I know you don't. I just don't even care for the character archetype.
If the archetype is a criticism of why that archetype is dumb, then I fuck with it.
I just don't care, man.
It's good, bro. I think Omni-Man and the Sentry are the two best Superman analogs because they both really like critically analyze, and low-key also One Punch Man, but y'all not ready for that conversation. It like proves all of my points.
Right.
Like also Dr. Manhattan, perfect example. Maybe I'm tripping. Dr. Manhattan, best Superman analog. Omni-Man and the Sentry are close. But anyways, I could talk about that all day. Continue. I was done. Yeah, I guess.
But Thunderbolts is dope. I'm gonna read the letterbox review.
There we go.
Thunderbolts. There's something wrong with me. An emptiness. I thought it started when my sister died, but now it feels like something bigger. Just a void. Or maybe I'm just bored. It's been a minute since Marvel gave us a movie that looks and feels like actual cinema and not glossy green screen overload. This was solid, with some legit mental health commentary and the void being a literal mental prison, a representation of depression trapped in all your worst moments. That was dope.
Yeah.
That opening top-down hallway fight scene was the perfect tone setter for this. Yelena is a good lead for a band of misfits type team like the Thunderbolts. She's funny, but also has a charm that Black Widow didn't really have in these films. Also, my goodness, John Walker is the most unlikable MCU character of all time.
He was so annoying,
Holy crap. Smaller scale fight sequences are something the MCU has always been really good at. When everything isn't planetary extinction level threats from space and the conflict is more grounded, these films can cook. That's why I love The Winter Soldier so much and why I think the Black Widow film is slept on. Speaking of The Winter Soldier, Bucky on the motorcycle looking like Terminator with the shotgun reload, fire.
That was cool.
The Sentry character was done pretty well, and the presentation of the Void was thrilling and also a home run. This wasn't the best roster for a Thunderbolts team, considering the lineups we've seen in the comics, but for what they had to work with, it definitely grew on me. I was disappointed at the Taskmaster character being killed off and completely discarded so early in the movie. This is one of my favorite Marvel characters, and after completely hating the adaptation from Black Widow, I finally allowed the character to grow on me and was excited for this, and then dead. I'll still hold out hope for a return of maybe a more comic accurate version from an incurring universe or something. But I digress. This was solid though. It was fun, and an end credit scene leads us into the future of MCU crossover films. Also, Red Guardian is hilarious.
He was very funny.
I went 4 stars on Thunderbolts, man. I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
It was good. I think it's a positive step in the right direction for MCU. So Thunderbolts is dope. Boom. Goodness.
Yeah.
He's so white.
We're back up, by the way.
Goodness, we're back.
Yeah.
But now, there was another movie that came out.
Yes.
There was another movie that came out that we had all been anticipating. What was that movie, sir?
It's a movie by a young man named Ryan Cougs. The Coogster, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Coogler, dog.
Hey, man.
He was already stamped in my book, but now everybody else has caught up.
Hey, remember I said I just needed Sinners to hit, and he would be in my top 5. And he's definitely in the top 5 now.
Easily, bro. Like, what a fucking amazing movie this was.
Also, Michael B. Jordan is a great actor.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I don't know why people think he can't act. He is fantastic.
He is great.
He is a really, really good leading man. He's got the charisma. He doesn't have quite the dramatic chops as somebody like John Boyega or Daniel Kaluuya. But he's still, you don't necessarily need that in order to be like a great leading man. He's got the physicality. He's charming. He's funny. He's got comedic timing. He's and he looks the part. What are we doing here? There ain't no reason to hate. And also, like, as I predicted, him getting a chance to flex a little bit of that like character acting by playing the two brothers. I mean, you know, I think the Smoke character was kind of your more typical Michael B. Jordan role, but Stack, like, he had to be a character. Like Stack was very much a different type of character. So yeah, and he did phenomenally, bro. I absolutely love that movie. I mean, it's, you know, people have been talking about it. There's so much to talk about, bro. Like, it was a phenomenal film. It was shot on like, it was like 70 millimeter, 70 millimeter, super duper IMAX. So I saw it on
70 millimeter. It's a good film podcast. I like it. Listen to it all the time.
I saw it in IMAX and I saw it in regular. I saw it twice. And it was fantastic. The problem, though, is that this movie was shot in like real IMAX, and there's only one real IMAX theater in the state of Michigan. I maybe two, but I think there's one in Detroit, and it's in the Science Center, and there's only like 19 in the whole United States. So if you didn't live in like New York or LA, you didn't get to see, or like Texas. I think there's like 3 in Texas for some reason. Or you happen to live in one of them random cities. Like, I think there's one in Indiana, random as fuck. And, you know, they're not playing it at the Science Center. They're not, you know. Shout out to the Science Center, though. They used to play them like race car or like space shuttle ass like show. I used to love those, dog. I used to love watching those. So you didn't really get to see it like on the huge screen unless you were in one of those viewing situations. But I saw it in the like next tier down IMAX, and it was absolutely great. My only one like quote unquote complaint from like a filmmaking standpoint is because of the type of film they shot on. It was very dark. It wasn't like well lit. And I think that was just like an aesthetic choice, just because they wanted to get that real film kind of feel. But other than that, what a fucking phenomenal film, bro. Like, I feel like this movie was made for me in particular. Like, hey, are you blackety black in a mug? Do you love music? Holy shit. Hey, some of you new niggas, some of you new corny niggas, you know, all of a sudden, and we knew this was gonna happen. We saw the love that this movie was getting. We knew it was only a matter of time before somebody whose rent was due needed to go viral and said, it was actually kind of mid. I ain't really like that movie that much. Just to get interaction. Like, we saw that shit coming, and we not rolling.
Of course.
We not rolling. You know, I know you don't believe that shit. So I'm not even going to entertain it. And so, like, the new version of that is them saying that the intergenerational music scene was corny. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like, if you hate black people and you hate music, just say that.
Fact. That was one of the greatest scenes I've ever seen in a movie.
I literally said in the theater out loud, it wasn't even over. Like, I didn't, because the first time seeing it, like, I didn't know how long it was going to last. I literally leaned over and was like, I feel like I'm about to start crying. Like, this shit.
It's crazy.
I mean, it was one of the great scenes in terms of like just a creative mood, like really telling the story of the history of black people and the role that music has played as like a vehicle to traverse that history. I mean, I felt the reason why it was so powerful for me is because I felt my dad, bro. Like, I think I texted you this, like, I've like had dreams about that imagery where you've got the West African drummer who is, you know, sharing a dimension with the blues singer who is incurred upon by the hip hop guy and the rock and roll guy, like all of these, because I can, as a musician, like as a person who like feels those vibrations, I can see the through line. It's crystal clear to me, bro. And Ryan Coogler made it clear, like that's what I see. So for those of y'all who don't make beats, and I don't know if Ryan Coogler makes beats or not. I imagine he probably doesn't, but he's a creative clearly has a connection with music. He understands it. When I talk about the through line of like black music, when I kind of talk shit about like, oh, I can tell if a producer is black or white, just if, you know, if it's got that swing. This is what I mean. Like when I see the through line and the connection points, those like ancestral connection points, that's what I see when I do music. I see that. And Ryan Coogler showed you regular niggas what that looks like, right? he gave y'all the vision, the touch. Like this is what I see, and I know I'm not alone. That's what you feel when you're connected to black music like that, because you whether it's gospel, whether it's jazz, whether it's hip hop, whether it's techno, whether it's punk rock, because we did that shit too, whether it's rock and roll, it's all connected, bro. And like that scene brought it together in a way that I never thought anybody would do, like in a movie. Like I have those thoughts and I have those like fantastic like dream type situations, and you might see it in like a music video, but for someone to bring that into a narrative and so like it also serves as sort of like a visual metaphor as well, because this is a world where vampires are real. So like obviously there's magic, right? You've got the hoodoo woman whose name I can't remember, smokes, and I hate that I can't remember her name. I have to refer to her as the man's wife. That sucks. I did not pass the Bechdel test, my fault. But the hoodoo practitioner, like that's magic, right?
Right.
So like the other sort of metaphor that this represents is like, this is the magic of music, where like, is this nigga like really bringing in niggas from like the future and the past? Of course not, right? And I don't know if people were taken out of the movie because they took it literally. If you did, then you're an idiot. But I think what does happen, and I've been in this state of mind before, I think I told you about this, where I'm really in a creative zone and I'm making beats or whatever, and you feel like you're being, I get this feeling sometimes of like when I'm in a creative. So I was saying like there are times where I'm in like a real creative moment and I'm like really locked in, and I get in this space where I feel like I feel like I'm being watched almost. I feel like there's presences in the room with me. At first, when I was really, and I don't know if this is untrue, but when I was like really like kind of into sci-fi, it almost felt like I was being like watched by like aliens. Like, I felt like I was in communication with like some sort of other frequency. You know what I mean? Like it would be so intense that it felt like there were people in the room with me, and I would like turn around and be like, bro, is there somebody, like, who's in there? And I think that like that is what you saw in that scene is the visual metaphor for that feeling, being in communication with like these transcendent vibrations that go forward and backwards in time, and just being connected to like your ancestors in a way that speaks through the vibration, speaks through the music. They even had like, you know, the Chinese family. There was like an ancient like Chinese dancer in there as well. There was some Native American dances in there also. Like it was just really, really, really well done. I thought it was culturally relevant. Like like it was fantastic, dog. Like
scene was fire.
Yeah,
movie was fire.
You also talked about the Delroy. So how about, first of all, how about all of the asses that were off?
Oh my gosh!
Like everybody.
The cast was insane.
Cast was crazy. Michael B. Jordan,
literally
amazing.
Every single person. The cast was insane.
Shit, even Haley Steinfeld.
She killed it too.
Shit, let me fuck. I opened the thing again, but I close it. All right, I close it. It's all good. Nothing crashed. But let me pull up the cast because I wanna get these folks' names right.
Yeah, everybody that was in this was excellent.
Haley Steinfeld, amazing. Womi Mosaku, who played Annie. Yes, that was the hoodoo practitioner.
Yeah, she's good too.
She was fantastic. Miles Kenton, he was fantastic. He was the lead character, kind of like maybe not the top billing, but he was like the point of view character. I also read somewhere that he learned how to play the guitar for that role.
For the film?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's got a good voice too, man. I'm excited for him.
He was dope.
I'm excited for him.
He's new. Yeah.
Yeah, he is new. I'm not hip. And then of course Delroy Lindo, bro. He is
Legend.
Yeah, man. One of the OGs, man. Fantastic. He ain't never been weak in nothing, bro. Ass off always. Also, shout out to Omar Benson, nigga. 10 freaking hells.
Yeah, my man's great, mom. That's what everybody remembers him from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's an amazing film, man. I gave it 5 stars. It was a 5-banger for me.
Yes. Agreed.
It's a dope film that was everything I wanted it to be. I didn't know what to expect, but it was, it
did not disappoint.
Didn't disappoint.
Not at all.
It's a really dope movie, man. Don't make another one. Just let it be.
It's done.
What it is.
It's done.
Stop trying to turn everything into a franchise.
Yeah.
But all right, man. I have recently, the thing I've really been into the most over the last few months is I have been revisiting the MCU. Just kind of, I've something that we've been talking about over the past few episodes is me just kind of really getting into film for real. You know what I mean? And I wanted to go back and watch some of these MCU movies and just see how they hold up and see how I feel about them. Are we good?
So far, yeah.
And see how I feel about them, now and see how some of them have aged. And, a lot of them have not aged well to me. But there are just like I feel like that about some, there are a lot that I still love and are some of my favorite movies. And so we are going to get into the MCU tier list.
So I'm trying to bring it up. We've been having some technical
difficulties with this episode.
Yeah.
But before we bring it up, I'll give you a guess. How many Marvel films, how many MCU films do you think there are?
I think I know.
Oh.
I think I know. I think I'm going to get close. I think it's between like 33 and 36.
It is. There are 36 MCU movies, bro.
My man.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's last time I checked, it was like 18. Now it's literally double that.
36 MCU films. Just being around for the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like we've been. I think it's crazy to just see it go so far. You know what I mean? And just go. As long as it's gone for, I mean, they could have stopped this thing. They could have stopped this thing after Avengers, honestly. You know what I mean? For
sure.
So
for sure.
You got the tier list.
Yes.
Let's get it. So we got the MCU, all 36 films that are currently in the MCU right now.
Yes.
And we're gonna drop them into the tier list here.
How do I zoom in? There you go. Look at me learning shit.
Well, it's been a minute since we did a tier list on here.
Yeah. God, these fucking ads, bro. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. It's just like, get out of my way. Get out of my. It's literally in the way.
It's in the way. Go away. But yeah, man, tier list, MCU, all 36 films. As always, we got to protect us here.
Yeah.
Does there need to be an E tier?
I don't know. I mean, there isn't one. So I don't know how to add it. So.
I think there needs to be an E tier. I actually think you just click, just go to the, nope. Just click go to the way bottom, and then just click the arrow that's pointing down. It
ain't doing nothing.
That didn't do anything. I thought that would add another one.
Nah. I see. It moved it. I see. Add row below E for week.
Week.
The week tier, bro.
Week. All right.
Cool.
There we go. All right, so obviously the first film, the one that started it all, what do we got?
Iron Man.
First Iron Man.
The first Iron Man.
First Iron Man is good, man.
It used to be in my top 5, man. I really love Iron Man.
The first Iron Man is very good. I think it holds up. I think because this is upon revisiting it, I do think this movie lacks a good villain. You know what I mean? Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box full of scraps.
I'm not Tony Stark.
I do think it kind of lacks a good villain, but this film is really dope. I would go A tier for the first Iron Man movie.
I would too. I'm trying to figure out how to crop this. Give me 1 second to kind of look around here. No.
Did you do it?
Nope, I didn't. And I'm not going to worry about it because I'm afraid my computer's going to crash. Trying to get oh, you know how to do that? You just push it to the back. We're going to go bring this to move it up. Shit. Fuck. Wait, this is live, man. We haven't done this in a while. Move up. Order. Move to the top. There we go. Because I want people to still be able to see our faces. Transform, order, move to the top. Boom. All right, cool. Now, Iron Man.
I would say Iron Man.
Yeah, I agree.
It's A tier.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy.
The first one?
I assume this is the first one. I think, yeah, it's the first one. It's one of my favorites also.
Yeah, first Guardians movie is very good.
Yeah.
Solid. I think this movie was really important in sort of bringing in Cosmic Marvel. You know what I'm saying?
Which is one of my favorite Marvels.
I would go A tier for the first Guardians. What do you think?
Agreed.
I would actually put that ahead of Iron Man 2 in A tier. What we got next?
We have Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I actually think Age of Ultron is underrated. I think it is. I think it's solid. It's got some really important things in it as far as the film stuff goes. It's I know that it has that Thor has that vision of the gauntlet with all the stones in it for the first time. You get Vision. I think it's dope. I actually think this movie is underrated. I would probably go B tier for Age of Ultron. What about you?
B tier is fine. I couldn't go any higher than that because they really.
Do you want to go C tier?
Not yet. I'm okay with B tier for now because
kind of wait and see where some of the other ones go.
Yeah, the reason why I can't go any higher is because the Ultron nerf is
the Ultron
absurd.
Nerf was crazy.
Like y'all got no idea how fucking powerful Ultron really is. I mean, Ultron
he is.
I mean, Ultron. There's Apocalypse. There's Thanos. There's Ultron. Like he's in that tier.
He's in that tier.
I mean, he's Doctor Doom. I mean, Doctor Doom is probably just because of all the schemes that he gets into.
Yeah.
I think Doctor Doom and Thanos at times have probably been ahead of Apocalypse and Ultron. But again, in that top tier of like world-ending villain,
he's one of them.
Absolutely, bro. Without a doubt. Like niggas couldn't fuck with Ultron for a while,
especially in the comics. Like
they couldn't fuck with. Like when Ultron used to pull up, niggas would be like, "Oh, damn, we gotta figure something else out." Like,
no, Ultron is one of the. He's one of the.
Bro,
dogs.
you know who used to pull up and fuck everybody's shit up, and like entire plans would go out of the window. You remember Nimrod, bro?
Yes.
From
oh my God, from X-Men.
The future Sentinel.
Yeah, he's
niggas
scary.
Could not
his
fuck with
design
Nimrod.
was so plain that it was like
it was weird. It was like uncanny valley,
off-putting.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So imagine Ultron is Nimrod on steroids.
Yeah.
Actually, I wonder if there's how many comic arcs. The real comic cakes could probably tell us is if there's ever been any interaction between Nimrod and Ultron. I'm sure there has at some point.
I would
but the problem is that Nimrod is he's like a Days of Future Past, like future Sentinel. I mean, I don't know if because they never built him. He never. The whole point of Nimrod is he's like the super brain Sentinel that he's like the end state of what Sentinels become. Actually, that's not true. The Hickman joint where they talk about like the phalanx and all of that. Yeah. That's like the end game.
Was it Omega Sentinel or something like that?
Yeah, and you get to that like that post-human kind of man. Hickman boy, shout out to the Krakoa arc, one of my favorites ever. Yeah. All right, next one.
Powers of X. Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man.
Yes, first Ant-Man. Not bad. I think Ant-Man. The first Ant-Man is good, but it's just to me. It always. I mean, enjoyed it when it came out. This came out at a rough time too. I think the first Ant-Man movie came out after. I think it was like one of the first post Avengers movies. It was.
So it was, it had all that huge, that huge build up, and then it was kind of like
it was meh. I would say it's like
I'll go C tier. I think it's a good film, but it just falls into it's
the
hard
definition
to care about
of C tier in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was meh.
Yeah.
All right, we might have our first
I
one.
think Civil War is S tier to me.
If this is our first one, we have to think about S tier, bro.
Yeah, I'm going S tier for Civil War. Civil War is. I actually watched this recently and was actually forgot how dope this film really
this
is.
Shit was hard.
The fights in this movie are crazy.
Yeah, agreed. It's got some of the best fight scenes.
Some of the best fight scenes.
Black Panther in this movie was fucking amazing, dog.
My gosh. The intro of Black Panther in this film is literally one of the greatest things they had ever done. That entire scene where Cap goes to Bucky's apartment and they says, I'm not going to kill anybody. And they very clearly kill or permanently injure like 100 cops. And then, there's that one part where Bucky just hits that dude with the door battering ram that they were using. That dude is dead. He's done. But then he jumps out of the building and then T'Challa just comes out of nowhere and starts fighting. Oh my gosh, bro.
The one of the reasons why I fuck with T'Challa so much, one of the best intros of a character ever. You off top, he knew he knew his station off top.
Oh my gosh, man!
Get out of my way, Captain. Bro. I won't ask a second time. I ain't scared of y'all niggas,
bro. And then when they were in the car, in the police car, and he just said, what does he say? He said, I ask you as warrior and king, how long do you think you can keep your friends safe from me? Oh my gosh.
And then when he tried to get away on the motorcycle and T'Challa's just like hawking him down on foot.
Oh my goodness. And Bucky was looking like, dog, what is happening?
Bro, that nigga, I'm on a motorcycle. That nigga say.
How about the shot from the trailer? Remember when the helicopter's shooting him? And he just the bullets just bouncing off his suit. Oh my gosh, man.
Shout out to rest in peace to fucking Chadwick Boseman, dog.
So sick. Civil War this film is so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Agreed. Man.
And they also did a really good job of I thought they did a good job of making Cap and Tony both be villains at different points in the film too. So
for sure.
It was dope, man.
Yep.
That's an S tier for me.
All right, next one. Doctor Strange. First Doctor Strange.
The first, this is another, I think it's underrated, man. I think this is another underrated
I like this one.
I'll go B tier for Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange is a good film. I think it's one of the best origin movies in the MCU.
Yeah, I liked it. I think the second one I have questions about, but I like the first one a lot. Guardians 2. Wait, let me think about this for a second. I'm trying to remember Guardians 2.
Guardians 2 is my least favorite Guardians movie.
Oh, this is the one with Ego. Yeah, I didn't like this one.
This is the one with Ego. Didn't really like it. I didn't really like this one.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think it's weak, but I'll put it in D tier, I think.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I did not like this one that much.
Yeah. All right, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay, so you know how I feel I am just gonna say right now on the record, I don't like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I don't really like. I didn't really enjoy any of the MCU Spider-Man movies, and I don't know if I ever talked to you about this, but one of the reasons why is because they went with the just like the nanotech on everything, and the suits they never look real. And I think that it plays a role in why I just don't like these Spider-Man movies. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way his suit looks so fake because they're doing the nanotech thing all the time. I didn't like it. I think Homecoming is my favorite MCU Spider-Man
This is
movie.
the third one, right?
That's the first one. Homecoming is the first one with Vulture.
What's the okay? So it's Homecoming, and then it's No Way Home,
Far From Home, and then No Way Home.
No Way Home.
That's
Okay,
the third one.
Gotcha.
Homecoming is the first one with Vulture. I enjoyed it, but I also kind of wanted it to just be a Spider-Man film, but they made it into
an MCU film,
and Avengers and Iron Man and him getting you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
here, let's do this. Let's do all of the Spider-Man movies right now because I think we'll have to talk about them. I think that Far From Home is the worst one.
Far From Home with Mysterio
I didn't like that one at all.
I'm putting that in D tier to me. That's a D.
I'm fine with that. So listen, we talked about No Way Home and how
we did.
How I think, I mean, people, when you remember when this movie first came out, people were talking about like 10 out of 10 best MCU movie ever.
I never felt that way.
I never felt that way either. But I actually do think this is the best one of the three. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 by any means, but I liked it a little bit better than Homecoming because I mean, I enjoyed the multiverse thing. Again, we got robbed of it. We got robbed of the surprise because they spoiled it. But had that happened
and had all the Spider-Man in it would have been better.
I'd have been like, yo, that's pretty fucking cool.
And we did talk about how it became a thing of us giving them props instead of being excited about it. Like giving them props for not messing it up.
Themselves. Yeah.
I mean, I'm indifferent on all three of these, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm cool with you. I mean, William Dafoe was incredible as Green Goblin.
Here's what I propose. I propose that
the apartment scene was really dope. The fight. We powerbombed the floor.
That shit was hilarious, dog. I forgot about that. He beat the shit out of that nigga, bro. Holy crap. Here's what I think. We got the worst one in D tier. I would put Homecoming in B tier, and I would vouch for No Way Home in a low A tier. I would fight for that.
We can I don't agree, but we can do that. I'll let you have that one. I'm cool with Homecoming in B tier too, so
I mean, because they did do it, and it was cool.
The movie's mid, dog. It is.
I wouldn't say it's mid.
It's mid.
I think the other two are mid. I wouldn't say this one is mid. I enjoyed it, bro. I can't front. I enjoyed it. But again, I don't think that I agree that like the direction that they went with Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think he makes a fine Peter Parker. The Spider-Man though, the CGI is a little too aggressive for me, bro.
And that's why I don't like it, and I can't stand it. Yeah. Just put the suit on. Just put a suit on, dog. Goodness.
Well, so here here's another space where we're gonna have maybe some disconnection too, because I am in the middle on that. I think that the CGI works. I think that the suit works in some cases, and I think that the CGI works in others. Right? Like I think that you gotta have some CGI in a Spider-Man suit. Not all. I think that the suit in Amazing Spider-Man, probably my favorite. It's fantastic. He had a suit on, but they animated the face. Yeah. Right? I think Deadpool, perfect example of that.
Yeah.
Iron Man, you gotta have CGI for that, bro. I don't want him in a fucking like that shit looks stupid, bro.
Yeah.
Like I think that the CGI, if it's done well, like same thing with practical effects, right? Like I'm not one of those people who thinks that, I've said this 1,000 times, bro. Just because it's practical doesn't mean it's better. There are plenty of practical effects that look cheap as fuck and trash. If you give the artist, I mean, they do, bro. Like, it's plenty of practical effects that look garbage, bro. Nigga, do you remember
Just the way you said it.
Like, yeah.
Hilarious.
I mean, just some
though.
silly ass shit. Like, you know, some of the original like Doctor Who shit. I don't know if you're into Doctor Who.
What? I didn't mean it. That sounded so bad. I didn't mean it.
I'm not into it either. It doesn't. You would think that Doctor Who is right up my alley, but it's too campy for me, bro.
I've never checked it out.
I've tried, bro. Listen, for my particular brand of nerd, I've tried my best to get into Doctor Who. I just can't. I can't rock with it.
I never seen it.
It's too campy,
Don't
bro.
know anything about it.
So like the 60s Doctor, that shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. Anyways, if you give your artist time, whether it is CGI or practical effects, give them time, let them work, don't rush folks, and it looks good, man. I'm with it. So anyways, there's only one other part where I'm going to disappoint you, I think, but I think we'll probably be connected on everything else. Thor Ragnarok I don't think that's one of those places though.
This is honestly a S tier for me. I love Thor Ragnarok.
I don't know if I would put it in S tier, but I do like it a lot.
You could put it in A. I think the reason I'm so high on Thor Ragnarok is because I think Thor is, I mean, you guys know, if you listen or if you know me, you know he's one of my favorite comic book characters. But I just think in the films, I think his character was done so poorly until this movie. I think this movie is when they finally not only nailed his look, but also they nailed his like fighting style. I feel like they had no idea what they were doing with him as far as the way they wanted to incorporate his fighting style, and they couldn't figure it out. The first scene in Ragnarok with where he fights Surtur is so good.
That was dope.
And then it's just, you know, they kind of figured out the humor they were trying to work in with his character and the vibe of his film. So
yeah,
I love Thor Ragnarok. It's one of my top 5 favorite MCU films. But I'm good with it being on the top on the top of A tier. Yeah.
Let's get this out of the way now, bro. And I think maybe I won't break your heart as much. I think the first Thor movie was weak.
Oh, I think all the Thor movies are weak besides Thor Ragnarok. Nah, that's weak.
That shit was weak as fuck.
Dark World is weak. Put Dark World in weak.
That shit was so weak, bro.
I know Dark World has an Infinity Stone in it, but
I don't care.
Terrible.
Shit was weak as hell.
And then we might as well do Love and Thunder too. The Love and Thunder is better than.
I don't think Love and Thunder was weak.
I think Love and Thunder had okay.
I would say
I actually want to talk about this film for a minute. I
can anticipate your gripes. Let me try to guess.
Okay.
I think you think it's too silly.
It's too silly.
Yeah.
They picked 2 of the best storylines from the Thor comics. Gore the God Butcher, so good, such a good villain. And they picked the Jane Foster Thor story, which was fire. I don't know if you remember, but in real time, the dope thing about it in the comics was you didn't know who it was for like the first like 8 issues or something, and then they kind of unveiled it. And just this movie has so much super serious stuff going on, but it's like shrouded in like silliness. You know what I mean? It's almost like they're again, for the kids, too scared to make a serious film. And this movie could have been so much better. Like that scene where they're fighting in the Shadow Realm, crazy.
Yeah, that was dope.
You know what I mean?
That was really dope.
This movie could have been. I enjoy it. I do like it, but I think it could have been so much better.
I agree. I think it's. I don't think it's as good as Ragnarok.
No,
I think it gets a lot of points for me though, because it has a comic accurate infinity or eternity, and I fucking love that scene,
Eternity
bro.
Looked incredible.
That shit was so fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, it was dope.
I wouldn't go any higher than B tier for it.
I would put it in C tier. I would put it at like the top of C tier.
Fair. All right. Let's do these together. Black Panther and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. One of these is S tier. I don't care which, but one of them got to be.
I have the same. I have a complicated relationship with Black Panther. I think it's great. I think when you kind of know, you can see the battle that Coogler was fighting at the late in the final act of the film. I think its visual quality goes down super bad in the end of the movie. Yeah. But I do love this film. The casino scene is one of my favorite scenes in the entire MCU.
Man, that shit was incredible. I also think Wakanda Forever is better than people give it credit for. I actually recently rewatched that one.
I watched it too, but again, like, it's just this dog. This CGI stuff kills me sometimes, bro. Like, it's so much of it, and I get it. It's like superheroes and it's comic books, but then there's much. It just bothers me. It does. I can't lie.
I mean, I understand.
Some of the stuff just be looking so fake to me that it drives me nuts.
I hear you, but I'm trying to tell you, bro. Don't let your new movie.
So
don't let it ruin it for you, bro. They're different. They shouldn't be viewed the same way, bro. These are all action figures, nigga. These are all action figures that we're playing with. It's fine.
Oh, goodness. Hilarious.
I
do think Wakanda Forever is better than people give it credit for.
For sure,
the way
bro.
That he had the Atlanteans be the lost Mayan civilization was fire.
Super dope.
That was crazy.
I just think they handling the cards that they were dealt. I think they did a perfect job.
The tribute at the beginning and the end of the film.
Yeah. It was tough. It was sad. I think that I hadn't watched it in a long time, and I think that was the reason why. Is because I was just kind of sad about Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put up much of a fight, but I demand that one of these is in S tier.
First one, Black Panther.
Okay, fair. And I understand, like, the CGI piece, that last fight was disappointing, but like this is one of those things where
everything before it, I mean, is dope. The challenge fight with M'Baku is fire. Even the challenge fight with Killmonger is fire too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really dope.
I put Wakanda Forever in B tier.
Man, that's too high.
Too high for Wakanda Forever?
Bro, you tripping. You can put it. You keep it there for now.
I'll put it at the end of it. But I really Wakanda Forever, man. Like, I liked it a lot better the second time. When I walked away from it the first time, I liked it because it's Black Panther. I feel how I feel about Black Panther. I'm you know how I am, bro. I'm intentional about these types of movies. Like, I am going to look for all the reasons to love it the same way that all the detractors look for reasons to hate it. Like, I
feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you niggas don't fight fair. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers that just be out here waiting for shit to fail. We not doing that. But I walked away from Wakanda Forever feeling like, man, I wonder what it could have been if this or that or whatever. But when I watched it back a second time, I'm like, man, all things considered, you had an incredible acting job from both Letitia Wright and Queen Mother Angela Bassett.
Yeah, she was really good.
So fucking good, man. And the cat, even though I think he caught a weird case, but the cat who played Namor, I love that twist.
Wait, what happened to him?
I think he got like a sexual assault thing.
I didn't know that.
Something like that. But I'll put it at the bottom of B tier. So I feel like that's a fair compromise. This one I don't think we will have to go too far on.
What's that?
Avengers Infinity War.
S tier.
Easy work.
One of the greatest comic book films of all time.
Yeah, that's easy.
Just the way that it starts. The only thing I don't like about this movie is the nerfing of the Black Order.
Oh, yeah.
And the Hulk thing.
Yeah.
I cannot stand the Hulk in this movie.
Ass beat.
Yo, it was insane.
Yeah.
I remember being in the theater for the first time, and it was packed, and Loki says, "We have a Hulk," and everybody started yelling and cheering, and then Thanos just beat the brakes off of Hulk,
nigga.
and everybody was like, it was crazy, bro.
And you know what's fucked up is that the fact that the MCU didn't have Fox rights yet is we had to sacrifice the Hulk for it because that was supposed to be Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And even the Silver Surfer probably shouldn't have got his ass beat quite that bad.
That bad.
Silver Surfer is an overdog now. Let's not go too crazy.
But definitely, this movie is incredible. The pacing is insane. It literally never ever slows down.
It really doesn't.
Oh my goodness, sneaky. All the battles are dope. Thor's arc in this film is my favorite. Him getting Stormbreaker and then showing up in Wakanda and just clearing it out, bro. And then oh my gosh, and at the end when Thanos tries to use the stones on him and Stormbreaker just like the Bifrost trail just like blazes through the thing that Thanos, and it just kills him.
Yeah,
but he doesn't die, of course. But that part's sick. Thor's story, and this is dope. The Captain America arrival and catching the Proxima Midnight's weapon, and then that little scrap with her and Scarlet with dog. That Infinity War is crazy.
Although like Proxima Midnight fighting Scarlet Witch to a kind of a standstill. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, stop.
Like,
also, some of the Proxima Midnight losing to. Of like Black Widow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie is incredible, and clearly Thanos just incredible Thanos portrayal, and they really nailed this movie. This movie's fire.
Agreed.
And you know what else is really dope about Infinity War, man, is every time it goes to, if you watch this now, every time it goes to another person's arc, the film takes on the vibe of their movies. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When it's Thor, it feels like it's a Thor film. When it's with the Guardians, it feels like it's the Guardians. When it's Iron Man, it feels like it's an Iron Man movie. I really love that about this too. It's dope.
Yeah. All right, this will be interesting. I think we're both higher on this movie than a lot of people are. Edward Norton Hulk.
Bro, this movie's so underrated.
Agreed.
I actually love this. I actually love this movie. I think the action in this movie is crazy. This Hulk is better to me. The look, he looks so mean and scary. I love the way his hair hangs over his eyes. I
agree. This is the best on-screen Hulk that we've seen.
Best on-screen Hulk. Agree 100%. I actually like this movie a lot. I'm pretty. I'll put it in the top of C tier or the back of B tier, but I'm actually high on this movie.
I would put it in B tier. I think it's better than a C tier movie.
Respect. I love it. I love this. I love that movie, man. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it.
It's good.
I think a lot of people don't remember it too.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's like the second or third MCU movie.
I think it was the second one. I think it came after Iron Man.
It was this Iron Man and then Captain America.
Yeah, but the Edward Norton Hulk slaps. It's a dope movie, and it's got maybe outside of Tony and Pepper, probably the only cheesy feeling love story too in these movies. And that's another thing that the Hulk was missing in the later films, man. You need Betty in the movies. You know what I'm saying? So it was fire. That movie's dope. Come on, bro. He rips apart a car and he puts them on his hands like boxing gloves, and he just beats up Abomination. The crazy action in that movie, bro. And then the action in the movie's dope. Remember, my man takes a little bit of the super soldier serum, and he tries to have like a stare down with the Hulk, and he kicks him into that tree, and then it cuts to the next scene, and he's like, "How's he doing?" It's like every bone in his body looks like mush or something.
No, he said every bone in his body looks like gravel. Gravel is crazy, bro.
But just, man, come on, bro. That movie's dope. And then all that, the Hulk action it's Hulk action.
Hold on, bro. The funniest part of this movie, I used to run this scene back and crack the fuck up. When you watch it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Watch this scene, watch this part, and tell me you don't bust out laughing. When he's in the library and they're chasing him down, and he has to get rid of the USB drive.
Oh, and he just eats that mug.
Look at how he's staring at that motherfucker before he eats it. He said, Like, he stares a hole into that bitch before he eats it, dog. That shit was hilarious, dog.
Oh my god.
Funny.
This movie, it's dope. I don't care what anybody says.
I agree.
like it.
This movie was not dope. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
D tier.
Yeah, I don't think it's not quite weak.
It's
but
not, but it's just it felt like it wasn't not needed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's hard.
Ant-Man did not need 3 movies.
He didn't, bro. The fact that he got 3 films, Ant-Man's character, and I love Paul Rudd too, but the fact that Ant-Man as a character got 3 films is crazy.
Agreed. Speaking of which, let's just do. I'm moving these around in order to kind of make them make more sense.
We might need if we doing Quantumania next.
Yeah,
we might need to make a tier.
Quantumania tier.
Shadow Realm. Put it. Oh my god.
Nah, that shit was weak. For sure.
That needs to be. How are we doing weak? Is the top one the weakest or
the bottom one is the weakest?
Okay, yeah, that's definitely.
I actually
move that. You need to slide it back further.
This as far as it goes. I actually think there's. You might disagree, but I think there's one movie on here yet that's weaker than this shit. But we'll get.
We might agree on this. Actually, I don't know. I think Quantumania is the weakest MCU movie, but I
got one more. This one is close, but I got one more that's weaker.
All right.
Hey man, look. I don't think that these movies are weak, bro.
What?
Captain Marvel and the Marvels. I don't think those movies are weak, bro.
I actually liked Captain Marvel.
Me too.
The Marvels also has one of the best fight scenes in
dog.
That scene's crazy.
Yes,
and it's got a cool end credit scene too.
Mm-hmm. I like the Marvels, man. Like I don't know that I don't know that I would put either of them higher than C tier, but I don't think they're bad.
I would put them in C tier. I just getting Captain Marvel into the MCU and kind of having that more cosmic characters and having the Kree stuff and
all you dumb motherfuckers who want to call her a Mary Sue, like, read a comic book. Carol Danvers is an overdog.
Bro, she's an overdog. That scene where she destroys Ronan's fleet, as fire. In that movie.
If anybody's getting juiced in the MCU, is Scarlet Witch. It's not Captain Marvel. Yeah. Captain Marvel is being shown as she should.
Overdog.
Here's another movie that I didn't hate. I didn't hate Eternals, bro. I didn't love it because I think they fucked up. They made a crucial mistake by not giving me some more X-Gene type stuff. But I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate the lore. I just hate the way it looks, bro.
What you mean?
Everything just looked fake. Super fake. Can't stand it. I can't. I
don't know what you mean, but I mean,
like, it looks like nobody's real. It looks like everybody. It looks like everybody's head is on like a. It looks like everybody's head is on. It's like on a stick or something. I hate the way this movie.
That's fine. All right, fine. I know I'm not going to win this,
but I do like the lore.
I'll put it in the beginning of D tier.
I like the lore though.
Black Widow.
I honestly think Black Widow was trash CGI and a good Taskmaster portrayal away from being a solid movie.
Okay.
Like,
so what does that mean? So what are you saying to me then?
I don't know. It had the fights in this movie are dope, and getting some closure on her character was cool. But I think it was a weird time that they came out with this movie. They came out with it after Endgame, or no, after Infinity War, right?
Yeah, I think it was supposed to. Wasn't it supposed to come out before that? Because you remember they did something happened during that time. I think maybe it was a writer's strike or. Oh, I'm thinking of.
Was it like COVID too?
Maybe yes, but I'm thinking of WandaVision.
There was something happened though with this movie.
I think it was all connected
because didn't she like leave Disney?
Or something like that. And
then the movie was gonna not come out or something, and then something like that.
And they also during this same time they did the TV shows in the wrong order. Like I think WandaVision was first, but it was supposed to be last. There something I don't know, but
okay.
So where are we putting it? I don't really. I'm kind of indifferent.
Kind of indifferent on it. Yeah. Let's see here. I would put it. Where did we put the first Ant-Man?
In C tier.
Where did we put Love and Thunder? C tier.
Yeah.
I would put Black Widow. I'll put Black Widow in the back of C tier.
That's fair.
That movie's got some dope fights in it, man. The CGI just sucks.
Bro, look at how balanced this shit is so far. It's like literally perfectly symmetrical.
It's looking solid right now.
All right, man. This will be an easy one, I think. Shang-Chi.
Oh, Shang-Chi.
How are you feeling? Because now, wait a minute now. I know how you used to feel about it.
Yep.
And I also know this movie got a fuck ton of CGI in it.
Yep.
So how do you feel now?
I rewatched it. And I'm not as high on it as I was before.
Ooh.
But I do still really like it. It's in my top 10. I wish that they would have gone more. I get it with the dragon and everything, but sometimes I'm like, why do they just go insane at the end of the movie with CGI instead of just doing, because they did it with Black Panther too, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, bro, just why do they do that at the end of the movie?
I think the reason why is
sorry to cut you off, but me rewatching it now, I wish they would have gone with something different for his look, you know what I'm saying? Shang-Chi. I like the way he looks in some of the older comics when his hair is a little longer and he wears. And I know sometimes they try to make everything look practical. But this movie's still a banger. I would put it in A tier for sure.
Yeah. I think to answer your question about the end of the movie grand battle, because I think that whether this is true or false,
that's a good way to put it.
Whether it's true or false, and I think it could be true or false. I think that movie makers, and it's not just producers, it's not just like money people. I think directors also feel this way. That if you don't have a grand spectacle at the end of the movie, then the buildup won't be worth it.
And I feel like,
and I don't think that's stupid. I think that could be true sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
I think that's why people don't like The Matrix Reloaded, because it doesn't end with a huge battle. But then I'm also like, but the whole film has huge battles. You know what I mean? But
then Matrix Revolutions, or what's the third one?
Matrix Revolutions. Or no,
that was the fourth one.
Resurrections.
That's the reason why people hated Resurrection, is because they went too crazy with the final battle.
That was the Dragon Ball.
It was so ridiculous, bro. I mean, it was cool, but was it good? No. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I feel like the Wachowskis was bro, dog, it would be crazy if we did this, and then they just do it.
Facts. All right. This is not the one that I think is weak, but I am not high on Multiverse of Madness.
I actually didn't like this movie. I think it was disappointing, man. I think this is kind of like the poster child of them dropping the ball with the multiverse thing.
Bro, this is it's not a bad movie. I think it's fairly well made. But in terms of my personal biggest disappointments, this is probably the top of that list.
It's one of my biggest disappointments too, especially this is right around the time when, we started kind of connecting the dots and talking about mutants, and we're talking about Secret Wars, and we're talking about all these cool things that they could possibly get into. And then they just kind of make this movie that didn't really matter.
At the very end,
it mattered. It's a good Scarlet Witch flex movie, but
it's an important movie because it sets up like, here's how this and Loki, the TV show, kind of show you like, all right, here's what we mean by multiverse, which was important. And I understood, but for niggas who don't read the comics, you need that in order to understand what's about to happen next. But also, like, you can't just kill off my boy for no reason, just to, you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here?
Yeah. I'll put it in D tier.
Agreed.
I'll put it in front of Ant-Man and the Wasp and Spider-Man. That's it right there. Wait, what's that one in front of it?
Eternals.
And what's the second one?
Guardians 2.
Oh yeah, I would keep it where it's at.
All right. I don't love this movie either, but it's not weak either.
What is that?
This is Iron Man 2.
Bro, weak. That's the
Weak?
fake. That's the fake Mandarin, man.
Oh.
They pump fake this. That's unforgivable.
What?
Unforgivable.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bro,
Are
do
we
you know how excited I was to see Mandarin in this film?
Yeah. It was
do you
bad.
remember the trailer?
No.
Bro, the trailer made it seem so cool.
But
And
didn't they just show the white guy though?
No, they showed like the Mandarin was gonna be a real villain in the movie. And
Yeah,
they
but like,
built it up.
But what did he look like though? Did they show him in the trailer or no?
He looked, because remember in the film he's like acting like a terrorist.
Right.
So
Right,
they
right.
made it look like he was this villain. That is one of my most hated things in this entire MCU.
No, it wasn't good. But wait, just let me ask one question: are we protecting weak the same way we're protecting S tier? Because
yeah, I agree with that.
so if we are, I have to. There's only one other
Let me
movie
look at this. Let me look at this.
that I would say was weak. That I think is weaker than Iron Man 2.
What's left? Oh, I don't think anything's weaker than Iron Man 2 that's
Bro.
left.
Captain America 1 was fucking garbage.
Is it weaker than Iron Man 2?
That shit
though?
was weak as fuck, bro.
It's weaker than Iron Man 2?
They both was weak. If we're gonna do this, I think they both should be weak.
Put them both in.
The first Iron Man was so fucking weak, dog. Personally, I liked Iron Man better than
Iron Man 2.
Sorry, yeah, I meant the first Captain America.
Still
Was,
put Perseverance weak.
that shit was weak as fuck, bro. You like that shit?
I don't care for the movie. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I don't think it's.
I thought that shit was
I don't
weak
think
as hell.
it's one of the better. I don't think it's one of the better movies, but I don't think it's weak. I would.
All right, I'll put it at the top of weak.
Like, I'm taking that over Multiverse of Madness. I'm taking that over Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm taking it over Iron Man 2 and 3. I'm taking it over a few other Marvel films.
Iron Man 3 was bad. Also, I forgot about this movie.
The movie sucks.
Damn, week is starting to get crowded.
Man, you putting first. I'll at least put it in. I think it's D.
It's at the fucking ass end of D.
No, stop, because you starting to make me. You starting to convince me that is weak.
The ass end of fucking D,
Bro, he
bro.
was shooting a gun, dog. Come on,
Bro.
Ah,
That shit was campy and
it
silly.
was, man. But oh my god, is this movie weak?
That shit was weak, bro. It's cool. It's cool. I will concede. I will put this in D. And
Oh my goodness,
and I did forget.
man.
I forgot about Iron Man 3. That shit was also weak.
Iron Man 3 was bad. I didn't like Iron Man 3 either. I loved the first Iron Man. I didn't really enjoy his other solo movie. But Iron Man 3 I like better than Iron Man 2 though.
Fair. All right, man. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Okay, hear me out.
No. I like this movie. I thought this movie was pretty good.
Guardians 3 is a banger. This is
I agree.
one of my favorite
I agree.
MCU movies. I think this is A tier.
I'm not mad at that. I really enjoyed it.
Guardians 3 is fire. It's got that crazy fight scene at the end.
Yes.
You get Rocket's backstory. You get a cool villain in the High Evolutionary. I didn't love the Adam Warlock.
Oh damn! They nerfed
portrayal.
the fuck out of him.
Yeah,
I forgot about
I didn't
that.
love the Adam Warlock, but he was also wasn't he premature? Didn't they get him out early?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that sort of adds. I don't remember.
Yeah,
exactly,
But
But this film's good, man. It's a banger. Gamora's kind of more of the. Remember, because it's a different Gamora, and she's a little more similar to how she is in the comics too. So this movie, Guardians 3, is fire.
No. I'm with it. Like I enjoyed that movie quite a bit. Captain America: Brave New World.
I think you're higher on this than me, so I'll let you.
I would say C tier. I didn't think it was. I thought a lot of people hated on it. I thought that the action in this movie was fucking great. Like I thought the air battles.
Yeah, and then them bringing in. I did like that they went and sort of got back some of those older people from that first Hulk movie. Mm-hmm. They got the guy that's the leader. I hated Harrison Ford being in this movie. Yeah, why was he in this movie?
The whole Red Hulk thing seemed
seemed unnecessary. Then that scene at the end looked like they shot that mug in the studio garage.
Yeah, that was one of the few instances where like it was obvious to people who don't even who don't even know films.
That's
like,
one of the worst looking scenes ever.
That is some CG. Y'all shot that shit. Y'all shot that shit in a fucking in the office. Not even in the warehouse. Y'all shot that shit in the elevator, bro.
Oh man, I'm with it.
I would say I think it's better than some of the movies in D tier though. I would put it maybe at the ass in the C tier.
Yeah.
Because I really I thought the action scenes I didn't know how I was going to like Sam Wilson's Captain America. And it's also low key kind of black as hell, blacker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's true.
And I thought what's the name? Papa Doc. What the fuck is his name?
Dog. This dude said Papa Doc.
What the fuck is that? Anthony Mackie, yes. I forgot. And then I was about to say Clarence after Papa Doc. I thought he did a great job, man. I thought he owned his role as Sam Wilson. And and like particularly they did a really good job of like, hey, this is the Falcon and he fights in the air.
Yeah.
And like
cool.
They made those scenes really, really good. So shout out to him. And he got a little bit of tech with them wings, bro.
Yeah, he be doing some cool stuff.
Yeah. I thought the action carried this movie. It was and I did like the blackety black plot, but also the CGI was not good and Harrison Ford was in this movie for literally no reason.
For no reason at all.
He old, man. Stop making him do stuff. Nah, he don't want to do this shit no more.
He really does not.
Like,
but when he was like losing his cool and turning into the Hulk,
that shit was hilarious, bro.
Hilarious.
It was so funny.
It's like unbuttoning.
That shit was funny as hell.
I remember me and my son were just cracking up at that part, bro. Yeah. It was hilarious.
All right, we're next. We're finishing strong here.
Oh my goodness! All bangers.
Yes, all bangers. This one is probably the softest of the bangers, but Thunderbolts.
I'm a B tier for Thunderbolts, man. I think Thunderbolts gets points for just sort of being solid in the midst of everybody hating MCU stuff.
Agreed, 100%. All right, now it's all bangers.
Yeah, we're all certified bangers here.
The first Avengers. Whew. I used to be an S tier for both of us. How do we feel now?
I'm still. I mean,
why don't we do this? Because I think at least one of these, maybe two of these are S tier, but we need to be. Let's just name them all, and then we'll go from there. So we got Avengers 1,
classic.
We got The Winter Soldier,
S tier.
That feels like a
Winter Soldier's gotta be
a leader in the clubhouse for S tier. You've got Endgame, who I think we both agree probably wasn't quite S tier, but it was still very good.
Endgame is a incredible first time watch. I think it loses a lot of its steam in the timey-wimey time travel plot. But it's still really good. It starts off really strong too with Stark and Nebula in the ship. And they're kind of just waiting to die pretty much, and then Captain Marvel shows up and saves them. I think it's really good, but as I said before, I do think it loses some of its steam in the time travelness. But it's still it's great.
I agree. It was never an S tier for me.
I don't think it's on the level of Infinity War, though.
No, I think we were always on the same page on that. And then finally, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Bro, this movie is it's so dumb that it's incredible. Like they nailed like everything that happens in the Void is so stupid. The villains are dumb, are just dumb. But the Wolverine and Deadpool aspect of this movie is untouchable.
Yeah.
Such a dope movie.
So that said, we got.
I don't think any of these are. I think they're all. I think we have one or two S tier and the others are A.
I agree. So who gets the call to the top squad? Who gets? I think we agree that Winter Soldier does.
Winter Soldier is.
This might be a hot take, but I've kind of always liked Civil War slightly better than Winter Soldier. But they're both great.
I literally my top 5 favorite MCU films, I'll just say right now since we're doing this. Infinity War is my number 1, Winter Soldier is my number 2, Civil War is my number 3. So they're literally, you know what I'm saying? They're literally right next to each other.
Yeah. So, and I think we agree that Infinity War or Endgame is an A tier.
It's an A tier for me, yeah.
So between the first Avengers and Deadpool, who gets the nod?
I'm putting Deadpool and Wolverine in there.
An S tier? Or an A tier?
What do you think?
I'll honestly, just because of it gets closer to my guys, man. I love the original Avengers, but for me right now, how I'm feeling, I like Deadpool and Wolverine a little more.
When's the last time you watched it?
The first Avengers?
No, Deadpool, Wolverine. Because I actually just watched it like last weekend, and I loved it. I thought it was still great. I
mean, it's been a couple months.
There's some goofiness to it, but just with the whole, why we got Channing Tatum dressing up as Gambit? Why do we got these random characters in it? So the end of that movie is so random, bro. It's just everything's just a joke. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. And then the first Avengers film obviously is great. I mean, or none of them could go in S tier, you know?
I'm fine with that too. I mean, if we want to protect S tier, if one of those go strong in, it would give S tier the tied for the second most. Or sorry, there will be one. Week would have the same amount as S tier.
I think we should put them both in A tier.
All right, I can live with that.
But I think Deadpool Wolverine needs to go. I'm putting it. What we got? Ragnarok. Ragnarok's first for me, but I'm putting it after that.
Cool.
And then I would. Yeah. I think that's good.
I'm good with this.
What's in front of Avengers?
A lot of stuff. I just put it in there.
What's the first one?
Guardians 3.
I'm good with that. What's the next one?
Shang-Chi.
I might switch those two. There we go. Now I'm good with it.
I know you're gonna switch this. That was Far From Home or No Way Home.
Oh yeah, No Way Home belongs in the D tier.
Tripping. Cool.
Yeah, I like it. That's good.
That's a strong list.
MCU, man, got bangers still. Never too late to go rewatch all these movies. Hey man, let us know what you guys think of this tier list. We'll put it in the Discord. We'll put the link in the Discord so you guys can do your own. Thank y'all for listening, man. We're back. Episode 187, despite the technical difficulties that we had tonight.
You won't even notice them.
You won't even notice them because Hir-O's going to do some...
Yeah, I'll do some stuff.
Thank y'all for listening. Hopefully we do another episode in quicker than a couple months.
I'm sure we will. It's all good.
We'll try. Peace.
See you later.